Thank you so much for joining me today. So in front of me, I do have the storm. This is the chaos, the whirlwind, and the disorder. Possessing an energy much like Tarot's Tower card, the storm undoes all that is. Everything that was solid, known, and relied upon is stripped away by the winds of fate. The ground becomes the sky, and the sky becomes the center, and then the center disappears. The storm is a great equalizer. No matter how far we've come on the path, no matter our age, wealth, or wisdom, we can't hide from its savage winds. Their disturbing howls stir anxiety and make it impossible to see or think straight. You must wait it out. If you try to fight the storm, you will lose. A better option is to seek temporary shelter in a reliable friend. When all else fails, go within. There, for a moment, you settle into the eye of the storm. Now, when this card is light, or it's upright, it talks about meaningful obliteration and annihilation. So what I'm getting from the storm being here, such an odd flicker at 111, that might be a sign for some of you. But what I'm getting for the storm is that at this time you may feel as if things are falling apart, as if they're falling to a point where you have nothing left. I would like to get some more cards, but what I would like to say is if you are left at a point where you have nothing left, then that's kind of a dangerous position to be in, only because you have nothing left to lose at that point. I want to grab a quick animal energy card. This is giving heavy panther energy, but let's see what else is available. We have the snake in reverse. Interesting. On the back of the deck, I do have the mouse coming out. So that is quite a fearful, anxious, nitpicky energy on the back of the deck. But let's get a chakra oracle card as well. Just one, please, Holy Spirit. Woohoo! We have gratitude coming out. Beautiful. Okay, so you might not see it now. You might be scared, confused, anxious, but I do see you looking back on this and being grateful. We have renewal on the back of this deck as well. Alrighty, I'd actually like to read. Oh, that's so funny. I found a little mouse charm on my animal spirit guide. So I guess I'll go ahead and read that one too, but I wanted to start with the snake. I believe this is a fire sign. No, I think this is an earth sign energy. So it's going to be Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus being highlighted here. Let me just flick through to the snake. Now the snake is the guardian of the unawakened magic and creative potential. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. But make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. Okay, beautiful. And the mouse is actually in earth sign energy too. So again, Capricorn, Taurus, or Pisces. And the mouse is detail-oriented, small-minded, nitpicky, and nervous. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. When in balance, it's organized, resourceful, prepared, and out of balance, it's busy with no purpose. Alrighty, wow. So yeah, things might feel as if they're falling apart. This might be with a creative venture. This could also be with a project that you've been working on as well. There might be some snags or bumps in the road where you feel like you're about to give up. So let's go ahead and get some more information. I'd love to start with using my situations deck. Oh, okay, this is flipped around. We have hamster wheel, surviving daily hustle. Okay, I'll take, this did come out. Okay, perfect. go ahead and take both of these. Looks like we have lockbox, closed in, trapped, and frustrated. Yeah, your finances might make you feel fearful at this time, scared. All right, and then I have wish, hope, praying, yearning. Alrighty. Interesting. On the back of the deck, I do have access granted, but I'm going to take this with this wish card, so completely ignore all of this. I actually see this being like a wish coming true for you. Like you're being given the keys to your kingdom. Okay, but let's go ahead and get some more cards and see what else is going on. I'm going to grab one from my theme deck. Oop. Okay, we had two that fell out. We had clarity and animals come out. But I'd actually like to just get one more because I didn't really give that a very good shuffle. There we go. Ah! Yeah, and we have well-being coming out. Beautiful. I'm going to highlight. I'm actually going to swap this here, pop this here. Beautiful. On the back of the deck, I have good luck being highlighted. And I want to get one last card here. Oh, interesting. See, I have settlement agreement or compromise on the back here, along with tuned in, internet connected, and an escapade. So you might be looking online thinking about like your next vacation or your next big escape, so that way you can ease your mind. You might be looking for a mini vacation, or a mini vacation might be very like helpful for you right now to get out of this trapped energy. Let's get an emotion for this reading. How is this collective feeling, Spirit? We have forgiveness coming out. Beautiful. Being hurt or betrayed is not nice, but it is in our own best interest to forgive. Holding on to feelings of resentment not only weighs down our mind, but it can start to show in your physicality. By forgiving those who have let us down in the past, we show ourselves that we are in control of our feelings, and we free our mind towards the positives of the present and future. I have compassion for others and forgive them for their mistakes. By forgiving others, I take control of my emotions. I honestly don't even know where my cat is. I didn't even know she was in this room. I knew my other cat was, but that was Honey, who was giving a quick hi, a quick shout out here. That can also be used for confirmation. She's pretty great at that. Alrighty, so what am I seeing here? A lot. I'm seeing a project that you're slowly losing hope in, potentially because I'm getting the sense that it might not be bringing in as much like financial abundance as you were hoping for. It might not be at the point that you were hoping for it to be. I do see you wishing, wanting, and yearning for something more in this situation. You might be concerned or scared about financial concerns. On the upside, I do see a wish being fulfilled here and being granted. This might come after a betrayal, perhaps even... Yeah, okay. Hi, honey. Give me one moment. Thank you for your patience. So, with this forgiveness card, you might go through but you might go through a deep betrayal or something intense. I do see you focused on it, kind of even tearing yourself apart about this. And I do see Spirit pushing you to focus on your well-being, to think about this situation from a clearer perspective, where you're not so fixated on criticizing yourself in this situation. Because if all you do is sit here and break yourself down, then you really don't get to any point where you're able to build yourself back up. I think it's something like every 7 negative things that you hear, every 1 negative thing you hear, you need 7 positive things in order to like balance out your brain. Animals might be important here, especially in your reading. You might have a strong connection to animals, or you might have a familiar. This could also be in regards to potentially like losing a familiar or one passing, and in that case, my condolences. I'm very sorry for you. However, I do see another familiar coming towards you very soon here. Maybe a dog, a canine, a cat, or a bird. We also have a snake, I believe, being highlighted in the back here. Oh yeah, and we do have the snake, so yeah, maybe you recently lost like a reptilian friend. But I do see it, oh wow, that went crazy. I do see a familiar coming towards you at this time or in the near future. I do see you being very grateful in the future when things do work out, when this wish is fulfilled. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into some tarot. And in case you're curious, before we get into the tarot, my cat Honey is a calico Siamese. She's actually a calico snowshoe Siamese, so it's just a very vocal breed as it is. But I'm going to go ahead and start my vampire deck just to get some more information about what's... Whoa! That shot all the way across the room. We have the King of Swords. Oh no. Okay. Oof. That is rough. We have the Eight of Wands right next to that. Okay. What else is going on here, Spirit? King of Pentacles. Beautiful energy. Interesting. Followed by the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, we have King 8, King 8. Interesting. Let's get two more. I'm taking one of these, not both. We have the Hermit, which is number 9 in the Major Arcana. And then we have Death, which is number 13 in the Major Arcana. On the back of the deck, I have my Two of Pentacles. And in the middle of the deck, okay, if this ever wants to work. In the middle of the deck, I have my Six of Wands being highlighted here. So I do see this ending in victory. Good enough. Good. Ooh, okay. Let's start with the heaviest energies that are here. Ooh, I'm scared. So with my King of Swords, I usually take this as a man who can be cruel, an authoritative figure. This could be a father or a masculine partner. This is a very masculine energy. Upright, it does talk about being quite humane, compassionate, and understanding. But with my Eight of Wands being here, I feel almost as if it's difficult to walk away from this person. You might feel stuck because of this person. The Eight of Wands can also be in regards to a message coming in from this person, but it's almost like they're holding back, like they're not open to no, you're not open to expressing to them how you really feel about this situation. This could be in regards to a financial change. Yeah, I feel as if your wish will come true, and this could cause like a big financial spur for you in a good way. But it feels almost as if you don't know how perhaps a family member or a partner might take this. Perhaps even a boss with this King of Swords energy. You might be fearful, and I'm hearing like losing it or being drained of your riches. Interesting. Or you might lose out on the opportunity to continue. Like, this is so strange to mention, but there's this South Korean mukbanger that I watched quite a lot. Her name's Tzu. I might be pronouncing that wrong. And about 6 months ago, it had come out. It was like, it made the news in South Korea about how she was like essentially forced into doing these mukbangs, and it was either do YouTube and do the mukbangs or go work as a bartender. And her partner was heavily abusive and gate kept their finances from them. And then her boss, the company that she worked for, that she did this production through for YouTube, was also scamming her financially. Now they did go through she did end up leaving the situation, and she did go to the courts for it. And unfortunately, the partner who had harmed her ended up losing his life, and she ended up leaving the boss as well, like the CEO. And now in her videos, it's so cute. Her videos are so much happier now. It's really like her own personality shining through rather than this like false pseudo image of her. And she's consistently referred to as the CEO in the subtitles, which is just the cutest thing, and she really does deserve it. But it almost mirrors this situation where you might feel as if your finances will be kept from you, or there's some type of abusive pattern going on here that involves finances and involves you being afraid to speak up and being afraid to walk away as well. We have my Eight of Pentacles here and my Hermit. Yeah, I feel like you've put in so much hard work. You were exhausted, you were burnt out and drained. And with my Hermit here, you might feel as if you've been in isolation for a while. You've been hiding, trying to work this through, trying to make it happen. With Death being in reverse here, you might feel as if there's no hope. That even if you come out of this isolation and you put more hard work in, there is no hope for a transformation or for a new day. But I feel almost as if this is like, oh, okay, there might be no hope for this relationship. Because I was going to say it feels like there's no hope for the future, but it does. But we have victory here. I do see you being very victorious. Just, So this is going to have to be in regards to this dynamic with this masculine figure. I think that you've reached a point where you're burnt out and exhausted with this person. I don't think that you see this relationship as being fulfilling or even comfortable. If anything, it feels like it's almost financially exhausting to be with this person or be near this person. Yeah, this might be the type of person where it's like no matter how much you give, it's never enough. You still always owe them something. We do have my Two of Pentacles here with Justice. Okay, so you are coming to a crossroads. Perfect, with my Four of Pentacles behind that. You are coming to a crossroads where your value is going to be highlighted. And this is going to be a big justice for you. I don't think that you need to jump into a new beginning. I actually think what you have right now is good for you. Don't get me wrong, it can be quite a burden, but I think it's actually working for you. Whatever this passion project is. I just think that maybe the people around you, kind of like with Tzu Yang, where it's like, what she was doing was great for her. And she actually really enjoys doing the mukbangs, but being forced into doing it and being abused in the meantime and being financially abused, that can absolutely exhaust a person and make them not want to do it anymore. But now that those people are out of the picture, she is thriving. She has met this victory. And I see something very similar for you, where it's not so much the project that isn't working, but the people involved in the project are working against you. I want to get some clarifiers here before I move on to some advice and charms. Oh, okay. That just, with the Ace of Pentacles, yep, okay. My Ace of Wands talks about misery in an environment. Okay, it talks about an unhappiness because of an environment. In my traditional tarot deck, I actually have one that has like a lizard in front of a volcano. So it shows like an unsuitable environment, an environment that can't be survived here. And I think the reason that it's not survivable is because your opinion isn't valued here. You're not able to talk about your concerns financially or emotionally without being dealt with. That's so weird. That sounded so nefarious. That's not a nefarious sentence, but when I heard it, it sounded very nefarious. Let's get Eight of Wands and King of Pentacles, a clarifier for that. There's some orbs flying up near my light. I'm not sure if you can see that. That was a very strange, I like looked up and saw a bunch of orbs really quickly. So I do see that your spirit guides are watching over you. I think they might be watching what you've been going through and they're enraged. Yeah, we have the World. Oh my goodness, with this King of Pentacles here. Like this person is draining all of the energy out of this passion project. I feel as if they might even be twisting it to make it seem like it's not as successful as it was, or it is. Like, I hate to keep going back to this example, but with the mukbanger Tzu Yang, like, her business, she had like 10 million followers at the time, and she wasn't receiving any financial, like, input besides that because her finances were completely controlled by the partner and by the boss. So she basically just got whatever crumbs fell down. So she could have been at a point where, you know, she thinks, well, I'm only making this much a month from it. It can't be very successful, despite the fact it was excessively successful. It was just the people she was working with were working against her. And I see that once you remove these people from your environment, from your surrounding, everything is going to open up. Oh, I was was just about to ask. I have my Four of Wands here. Yeah, this exhausted energy and this Hermit. You might be too drained or restless. You might be fearful of leaving at this time, because my Four of Swords is a very restless energy. It's exhausted. It shows someone laying in bed with four swords above them, but they're wide awake. It can also highlight nightmares as well. So you might be scared of walking away from this situation, even though it has drained you to the bone. Let's go here, get some clarity. That came out pretty quickly. Yeah, we have my Queen of Feathers and the Emperor in reverse. This person has caused you to become cruel as well. Like, I think with my Emperor being here, here's that reversed masculine energy where it's like a false masculine has come in, and you've soaked in so much of their energy, because these are the King and Queen of Swords. You've soaked in so much of this negative Emperor energy that it's made you unhappy, maybe even cruel, or like cruel to yourself. I've been in relationships like that where, you know, the other person is so critical and judgmental and unhappy that I'm just constantly falling into this like pit of being self-critical and unhappy. I think there's even a parable in the Bible. It's one of the 30 wise sayings in Psalms. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so there are actually 3 points that I want to make here from Proverbs. It looks like 19:19. It starts with, a hot-tempered person must pay the penalty. Rescue them and you will have to do it again. So you might recognize, like, this person is always cruel, contemptuous, in conflict with other things. And whenever you've tried to intervene with this positive light, with any type of positivity, it is shot down. So every time that you try to rescue them from their own negative behavior, you have to do it again and again and again. And this is a big point that Spirit is trying to bring out to you, which actually moves into my next point with the Emperor. Because yes, you will have to rescue them. In fact, you will have to rescue yourself from this. Then the second portion, I just had it. It's going to be Proverbs 21-24. The proud and arrogant person, mocker is his name, behaves with insolent fury. And then it follows up later on with Proverbs 22:10. Drive out the mocker and out goes the strife. Quarrel and insults are ended. And then following that, 22:11. One who loves a pure heart and speaks with grace will have the king for a friend. So I do feel very much as if this person is kind of talking themselves on their way out. Like, every time that they speak to you, or they speak with this negativity, or they try to bring you down, they are just talking themselves out the door. Let's get one last one to finish this, and then we'll get into some messages. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm not taking any of those if you're going to fling them out at me. That's not fair. I didn't ask for that. I asked for one card. Okay, that's what I get for being testy. All of these just fell out, so... And it's the funniest part about that is that the last card that I picked up was actually the Fate card. Which, in the original tarot deck, if you don't know this, the original one, it was called the Pope. Which is so funny. I do feel as if you are Christian, you know, we can get some cards for that at the end, but if you are Christian, I do feel as if God is watching you or your situation very closely at this time. I had a thought about a month or two ago. I'm not sure. Oh, that's so interesting, because the whole deck is like this, and then I had Judgment just laying on top. Interesting. Yeah, it feels like Judgment is right around the corner for this situation, for this person, for how they've treated you, for how they've affected you. And it's important that you're to get away from this situation so you can go back to having that pure heart. But I had this thought about a month ago, and I'm not sure if it's true, if this is the way that God works, so please don't take me at my word for this. But I went through this bad situation with someone that I felt like was always getting away with everything. You know, they would treat people poorly and horribly, and it seemed as if nothing ever really affected them. And then they did it to me. And like a couple weeks went by, and as I was praying about it, I was like, God, how come I feel as if, you know, I give you my battles, and those who have hurt me are never, like, vengeance is never for me. You know, I never take it myself. I give it to you to take, and you do nothing with it. Well, why would I continue to give you your vengeances, like my vengeance? And what I ended up coming down to the fact of is, like, some people do need karma, and at times they will affect someone very specific, maybe one of God's chosen. And the karma that will come down on them because of that will be 10 times fold anything else that they have done. Like, enough to make them repent for their ways and change. So maybe they had to go through this with you in order to be punished for their behavior. They had to see what happens to an upright person when they're treated with cruelty and how far that can drag them down. But I think that it's up to you to get away from this person before it really sours you. All right, thank you. We have the Chariot, and I'll just take the 2 since I can't seem to just get one. I have the Chariot and the 10 of Wands. Yeah, this person's a burden, and you're walking away from this burden. You are releasing this huge weight off of your shoulders because it was never yours to carry in the first place. And you know, I tend to be the type of person where it's like, I ask not for lighter burdens, but larger shoulders or stronger shoulders to carry it with. But in this situation, this burden was never yours in the first place. It feels as if it was placed on your back. And I think it's enlightened you to some things that you would like to do and how you would like to change things. Maybe even in your own image. You know? Like the way that this person has portrayed you or even soured your image. That might be what it is. This person might talk poorly about you and you might be finding out about that. They might lie behind your back about the things in your dynamic or your relationship, or even about this passion project that you're working on. Yeah, this person seems very cruel. We have the Chariot coming up again. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into some advice. Alrighty, I'm going to get this started off with a channeled song for you. Okay. Well, we've got 2 coming out. Perfect. So this first one, we have Only Time. This is all about healing and patience by Enya. God, I love Enya. On the back it says, who knows? Only time. Who can say why your heart sighs? Who can say where the road goes? And here I really want to highlight the who can say why your heart sighs. I can say why your heart sighs. It's this person. If you needed a sign to hear that, like, you need to let go of this person or get rid of them, here it is. This is the reason your heart sighs, because they undervalue you, they devalue you, and they talk crap about you behind your back. Get rid of this person. Alrighty, and then the second song, which is so funny, we have Labor by Paris Paloma, which is about being overworked and underappreciated. On the back it says, this was an escape plan. All that Chariot energy. I do see you walking away from this person. Like, honestly, I see you fleeing from this person. If our love died, would that be the worst? And the song does say, like, if our love died, would that be the worst thing? And then you make me do too much labor. Yeah. This is a very strong reading. This is a very strong message about getting away from someone who's genuinely abusive to you. Abuse doesn't have to be physical. It can be mental. It can be emotional. It can be financial. And those are very real, if not just as painful as physical abuse. Let's go ahead and get some signs. Okay, we've got the waning moon. Let go of that which is causing you inner turmoil. Now is the time for casting away emotions that are no longer serving you. Also casting away people that are no longer serving you. Yeah, like if someone never has anything good to say, and you're a more positive type person, like, you need to get away from them. It's not good for you. And I think in recognizing that, like, you guys are just incompatible in that way, in the way that you think, is important, because it helps you tune yourself towards that compatibility. We also have Aquarius, number 59. This is such a weird side note. This person might, This person might criticize you for being like a black sheep, or being different, or for your interests being like quote unquote weird, or your hobbies, etc. Maybe your belief system, because Aquarius I always see as the black sheep, or even like the alien in a situation. I love Aquarius. They're so creative, they're smart, they're always pushing forward, they're always tinkering with new things. But I know a lot of people who look at Aquarius and like, that person's so weird for doing that. And that's really not fair to you, to surround yourself with unsupportive people who can't see your vision. Let's go ahead and get some self-care. Using my self-care deck. Oh my goodness, my cat just startled me. Alright, we have clean your space, number 9. Yeah, we do have that coming out. So giving your room a good clean, maybe doing some dishes or some laundry, getting your chores done, focusing on yourself. Because cleaning your space, cleaning up around you, that's self-care, baby. I don't care what anyone says. Every single time I get a little bit done, I feel so much more accomplished that day. Just even making my bed makes me feel more accomplished. And this is a big thing actually for me. So I'm a very clean person. Mess makes me like tweak out. It makes me freak. And I have recognized that I simply can't be in a relationship with someone who does not make their bed every day, because that to me shows me like the standard at which you keep your place clean. For me, it is making your bed every day. I do my dishes every single day. I do my laundry on the same day every week, and I try not to let it get more than like half a basket full, because that's what's important to me. And I can't be with someone who's gonna let the laundry pile up, who's never gonna change their sheets, who's fine if the sink is full of dishes. Like that is just incompatible with who I am, you know. And I would become critical and naggy because of it, and I don't want to do that. So I'll just find someone who shares the same clean standards as me. And then we have connect with fire, number 12, being highlighted here. Interesting. Okay, on the back of the deck, I do have alone time. Yeah, I feel as if you need some alone time just to get connected with yourself and maybe even source. I feel as if you're being called to spend some time alone. You know what? Yeah. I want to go ahead and get an angel message for you. Just one, please, Spirit. Okay. We have career transition. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So if you are worried about finances, you don't have to be for long. It looks like your finances are changing. And then on the back of that deck, we have clear your space. So yeah, again, just another message to clean up. And this doesn't even have to be like your physical space. This could also be your mental space. Like clear up any nagging, overwhelming, critical energies in your own mind, any of that chaos going on. Help yourself, you know. I'm going to go ahead and get an inspirational psalm and prayer, because there's a lot in this reading about being connected back to source. So let's get you connected back to source, baby. That is one of my great joys in this world. The earth, O Lord, is full of your mercy. Psalm 119:64. Yeah. I do feel as if, ooh, this person is going to be begging for mercy when you're done with them. Oh yeah, my cat's absolutely freaking out next to me. But yeah, this person's going to be begging for mercy after what they've done here, because God has watched it. Source has seen what's happened here. And once you get away from this person, one, the quarrels and strife will end and insults will end for you, but for them it will begin. Then we have grow in the grace and knowledge of your Lord, 2 Peter 3:18. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Oh, I really wasn't expecting this reading to go in this direction. But actually, one of my favorite quotes from the Bible is actually from Job. And it's where God is speaking to Job, and he asks him, he's asking him about, like, can you do my job? Like, how can you say that you have better understanding than I do about the way that things should go? And he states very clearly, do you know where the stock of hail is kept for times of Oh, for times of anger, or I'm sorry, for times of wrath. And it's one of my favorite quotes because it made me think for like 6 or 7 months straight, like, huh, where would hail be stored? You know? Like in a very silly way, where would it be stored? I'm curious. I'd like to see the hail storeroom. Alrighty, we have today, I am happy. Today, happiness and love will fill my heart and soul all day. This is from my affirmations deck. We're going to get one more for you because I think you need it. Okay, we have today, I am flexible. Today, I will adapt to changes in my life with an open mind and a positive outlook. And ooh, I wanted to touch base on this. Okay, so I do see this big blessing coming in for you. However, I'm not sure if this big blessing is going to come in for you before this person walks away from you, before you're able to leave this situation. So Spirit was heavily pushing me to let you know that you need to form a plan in order to hide your fortune from this person. I know that sounds so weird, but I'm thinking about it like, how would I even put this? It's in the sense of like having a cover story for why you have so much more money now, if that makes sense. I want to go ahead and grab an angel number as well for this reading. Okay, we have 1024. 1024 is your angel number. If you'd like to type that into your browser and share your message down in the comments, I love reading about them. We have Capricorn energy being highlighted here. I know it's a bit hard to see, but Capricorn energy, as well as the North Node being highlighted. I'm going to go ahead and end this reading with some charms. So if you are noise sensitive, I would recommend turning down the volume right now. Okay. Roll a couple more. Alrighty. This is so funny. I literally had my God card come out. That's fantastic. And then we have I. So Isaac, Ian. I don't know why that's not. Actually, I do know why. It's because I am not zoomed in. So it's trying to focus on like 20 different things at once. And that's totally my bad. Alrighty, let's get this nice and organized here. So funny, I have a T that just came out next to God, and a lowercase t looks like a cross. That's so funny. I love it when all the synchronicities come. Okay. All right, yeah. I'm seeing the big picture. Give me a second. So we have I, N. It could be a Z. I'm really not sure. They both look wrong to me. So this could be like Zane, Zeke, Zion, Z in general. We had a T, so that could be Terry, Tim, Todd. It could be terrified, but it could also just be a cross. Like you might just wear a cross. God is obviously being highlighted so heavily in this reading, and I love that. Personally, I love my God. He is my best friend. And I thought it was interesting how it talks of how if you're like pure of heart, the king will be your friend. And God often is talked about as a king. Like Jesus talks about how like the earth, heaven is his kingdom, and he is a king there. So maybe you just, maybe you need to talk to God about this situation, genuinely. This looks like it says God in. I know you can't see it, but alrighty, let's look at the charms really quickly. I do have sorry, I just get really overwhelmed, but like in a nice way. I do have my travel pin here with a little cherub being highlighted. This is my pin for St. Christopher. So I do see you traveling pretty soon, getting away from this situation, and I see you being protected in your travels. You might be doing this at night, or you might be a night owl, because I do have my crescent moon with my heart here. And then I have a penny here with the year 1960 being highlighted. Beautiful. Alright, so some money is coming in for you, although you might feel as if you're like clutching your pennies right now. Alrighty, we have my Five of Wands. This does talk about internal conflict over a situation where you're not really sure what to do. This could be, this looks like it's financial, if I'm being honest. The Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles both being reversed, it looks like you know that you're being financially drained, and you're in conflict about what to do about that, and God is stopping and saying, like, I'm coming in to help. Don't worry, just wait. Don't get angry with this person. Forgive them, because you can't come to God. You cannot pray to God if you have not forgiven this person. How can you expect God to forgive you if you haven't forgiven? But God's going to come in and take care of this situation. Just give him, like, and I even do this sometimes where, like, I want to get angry at someone, but instead I'm just like, you know what, God, you handle it. Because I'm not going to lift a finger to do it. I'm not going to teach him nothing. All I'm going to do is make myself angry and frustrated. So you do it. And yeah, that's my own little, like, bratty way of telling God, like, you can have my vengeance. But it does work for me. It does calm me down pretty quickly, and it lets me get on with my day instead of focusing so heavily on it. I have my smile card. So God is telling you just to smile through this. Try to remain calm, relaxed, not let this person get to you. And we have today is going to be the best day ever. So yeah, I do see this big wish coming in for you, this windfall coming in for you. Oh, and I feel like once it happens, you're like, this is the best day ever. Dude, this is the best day ever. I feel like there are a lot of finances coming in this situation, but you have to get away from this person in order to actually utilize them, or else you're going to be drained of your resources. And that might be what God is trying to warn you about, is like, we're going to get you away from this situation and out of it, but you're going to be blessed before. So you have to figure out whether or not you're going to give this person your blessing, because that seems like it's the kind of road that it's going down. Alrighty, well, that is what I am seeing for your reading today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one.